Morning, everyone. Welcome to Homechoir. It's great to see you all. Hope you had a good weekend. Now, you see, the Foggy Dew, this is a folk song, very, very old folk song from England. And when I set up this stream, I thought the weather is forecast to be very foggy, very much condensation fueled. And as of course, what's happened literally as soon as I pressed the go button for the live stream, the sun started to come out. I mean, it's just, I think we should market Homechoir as well. Do you need the sun to shine, even when it means it changes all of the lighting settings for your live stream? Well, book Homechoir. As soon as we start a stream, it's almost guaranteed just the sun's going to come out. So I might need to do some adjustments to the lighting here, everyone. But let's have a lot of fun today. It's a sort of rural theme with a couple of special guests. We've got South Australia and in the Jailhouse Now, and the rest of them are all proper agricultural specials. So I've got my hat ready. I keep thinking I should buy one of those green puffer jackets that farmers wear. But anyway, or is that is that cultivation appropriation? I think it might be. Let's have a listen. Have we got tracks? South Australia. Have we got the Blackleg Miner? Alison Gross. Fabulous. The new song today, Foggy Dew. I'm not going to play the start of that because that will give the game away. Misty Moisty Morning. In the Jailhouse Now. And to be a farmer's boy, I'd forgotten just how much this arrangement rocks. It's one of the most over-the-top arrangements of a folk song I think we've put out here on Homechoir, and that's saying something. So I hope, as I say, everyone is having a good day. Thank you, all of you, for your patience regarding Friday. I'll more on that once we get started. But hello to everyone who's watching. Well, hello to everyone who's watching later on. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who's joined the channel recently. Shall we find out, folks, how many subscribers do we have in the happy world of Homechoir? Drum roll, please. As of this morning, Monday, 3rd of February 2025, Homechoir currently has 5,708 subscribers. 5708. That's fantastic. That's absolutely amazing. That's 150 or thereabouts in a month, which is, I think, a record for recent years. So let's keep that going, folks, and we'll hit 6,000 by Easter, and who knows where we'll be in the autumn. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that button, as it really does help us. So hello to everyone who is watching live but not in the chat, in particular to Helene and Bill and Val and Sue and Tony and Sally and Annie and Maureen and Harry and June and Val and Huyen and Katie and Anne and Linda as well, of course. And then hello everyone who is in the live chat today. Good morning to all of you. Or good evening if you're watching from somewhere else in the world. Hello Alan, hello Alison, hello Angela, hello Barbara, hello Claire, hello Dave, hello Jill, hello Eileen, hello Emma, hello Fiona, hello Glennis, hello Irena, hello Jackie, hello Jane, hello Jean, hello Linda, hello Susanna, hello Victensian, hello to Jill who's watching later on, and to anyone else. Let's get started, shall we? Got lots of lovely music to sing. So which key shall we have this morning? Let's have F major. That's a good grounded key for us to sing Homechoir and start the show. So nice deep breath and off we go. Sound, broad, rich sound from our wonderful broad community. Thank you so much for being here, everyone, and a very good morning to you. Welcome to Homechoir's Folk Monday. This morning, well, it's February, it's cold. When I set the stream up, I thought we're bound to have foggy weather, and it's definitely been heading that way here. It's the Foggy Dew, an old song from England, which those of you who are fans of a certain madcap British comedy show from the 1960s, you'll recognise this tune when it comes around and you'll be giggling away. More on that in a minute. We've got South Australia, though, to start off with. Then we're going to have the Blackleg Miner and Alison Gross, a couple of songs from up north, before the Foggy Dew, and one Misty Moisty Morning, a little pairing there. We'll pop across the pond to the USA for In the Jailhouse Now before we come back and we sing a rousing song from Norfolk, to Be a Farmer's Boy. So yes, I do have my flat cap ready for all of those songs. Now, Of course, we were supposed to have a broadcast on Friday, but as many of you know, I have a very ill family member. I had to go and see them in hospital on Friday. So thank you, everyone, for all of your patience. You know, sometimes you get a phone call, just come, and you have to drop everything and go. So that's what happened last thing on Thursday night. Got that call, and off we headed. So thank you for your patience. So all that means is that we've had to slightly redo the schedule for this week. The deep dive that was planned for Wednesday, everyone, is going to happen next week, because I haven't had time to write it to my high standards and expectations. And so what we'll have on Wednesday is something I was planning to have next week, which is another one of these AI updates, because all of our fabulous software, Udio and Suno, have all had recent updates, and I'd like to explore them with you on a live stream. Can AI compose choral music in 2025? And the focus is going to be on the Baroque. So are we going to get convincing sounding Baroque choral music out of Suno and Udio on Wednesday? You'll have to come along and find out. And if you're here live, you can help me out with suggestions as to subject matter for lyrics and all sorts. We're going to basically test this technology to its limits. It's all very well creating some synth or some rock music. Can it sound like Handel? Can it sound like Bach? Find out on Wednesday. And then Friday's session from last week, well, it's been pushed to this week, sitting on the dock of the bay with the great Otis Redding and some other chilled out numbers for this coming Friday. And then, of course, you've got to sing Sunday to look forward to. It's a great week here on Homechoir. So do please help us out if you can and become one of our donors. We have a fabulous group of people who support us and help us make these shows, because we couldn't do it without the kind support of our donors. Go along to homechoir.org/donate to find out how you can help. It's very simple. If you can spare you just buy us a coffee. That would be greatly appreciated. But everyone who supports us, you are hugely appreciated, as we really, as I say, couldn't do it without your help. And of course, the Homechoir newsletter is the one-stop shop for all the information about our wonderful community, all of our links, scores when we have them, news, updates, and indeed, quite often, special content that only newsletter subscribers get access to. So don't miss a moment of Homechoir. Go along to homechoir.org, click sign up, and you are done, everyone. And of course, if you tell us when your birthday is, we will sing you happy birthday. Now, because we didn't have a broadcast on Friday, well, as you can see, we have a little bit of backlog of birthdays to catch up with. This is how many people are subscribed to our newsletter. It is growing substantially. And I do think if we get to 10,000 subs, the birthdays is going to take up, I think, more of the show than the actual singing. But it's all wonderful to have so many people to sing for. So in a moment, after our warm-up, we will sing happy birthday to John, Rob, Andrew, Jill, Mark, Alison, Gabriella, Jane, and Andrea. But before we get there, let's go full screen, everyone, and we can warm our voices up. So if I can invite you all to sit up in your chairs, or if it's possible, even to stand up, entirely down to you. But if you want to plant your feet, whether you're sitting or standing, have your feet flat on the floor, feel your weight pressing down into the floor, feeling that connection radiating out from wherever you are in the world, whenever you're watching this broadcast, feel that connection with the other thousands of home choristers out there. And let's take some nice deep breaths in and out. Just in your own time, in your own way. Breathe in relaxation and breathe out any tension, any stress. Splendid. Just glancing at the live stream, just as everyone is breathing and taking those nice deep breaths in and relaxing. Hello to everyone who's just joined us in the last few minutes. Hello to Sarah, good morning to you. Hello to Jeffrey, and to anyone else who is joining us and watching us live at the moment. We're just going to keep breathing deeply and rolling our heads around. We've got some great music today, all sorts of different styles. Good, wholesome folk songs. Okay, we're rolling our shoulders back. That was a very loud pop. Made my sound monitor go like that. I keep thinking at some point I need to sample, that is, record the sounds of my shoulders and turn it into some kind of slightly macabre instrument. Maybe for Halloween, you never know. Okay, once we've rolled our head around, rolled our shoulders around, and taken a few nice deep breaths, let's make some sound. So we'll just hum up and down that little broken chord. Here we go, and... one more. Excellent. And we're going to sing happy birthday for these 9 home choristers who are subscribed to our newsletter. So to John, Rob, Andrew, Jill and Mark, happy birthday for yesterday. Hope you had a fantastic day. And to Alison and Gabriella, happy birthday for today. And Jane and Andrea, happy birthday for tomorrow. So to all 9 of you, are we ready after 2? 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John, Rob, Andrew, Jill, Mark, Alison, Gabriella, Jane, and Andrea. Happy birthday to you, and many, many more. That was quite a list, but wonderful, wonderful to sing. Happy birthday for all of you. Have a great day. Or I hope you had a good day yesterday. So our first song this morning. Well, this one is, we're no stranger to this. In fact, we sang it last year as part of the St George's Sing for Happiness project. And we've been singing this one for years. It's the great South Australia, all about setting sail, a fantastic journey. And there's the opportunity to raise a glass. Now, this time in the morning, of course, it's a glass of water. And do make sure you stay hydrated. We'll be singing about whiskey and rum, but water is the preferred option at choir rehearsal. So let's set sail, everyone. It's time to head off to South Australia. Here we go. Deep breath. Here we go. In South Australia I was born, heave away, haul away. In South Australia round Cape Horn, and we're bound for South Australia. Haul away you rolling kings, heave away, haul away, you'll hear me sing, and we're bound for South Australia. Deep breath. As I walked out one morning fair, heave away, haul away, 'twas there I met Miss Nancy Blair, and we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling kings, heave away, haul away, you'll hear me sing, and we're bound for South Australia. Verse 3, deep breath, here we go. There's just one thing that grieves my mind, heave away, haul away, to leave Miss Nancy Blair behind, and we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling kings, heave away, haul away, you'll hear me sing, and we're bound for South Australia. Let's get those shoulders going. Oh, when we wallop round Cape Horn, heave away, haul away, you wish to God you'd not been born, bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling kings, heave away, haul away, you'll hear me sing, and we're bound for South Australia. Time to raise your glasses. I wish I was in Australia's strand, heave away, haul away, a glass of whiskey in my hand, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling kings, heave away, haul away, you'll hear me sing, and we're bound for South Australia. Last verse, here we go. A glass of rum in every hand, heave away, haul away, and a bottle for the shanty man, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling kings, heave away, haul away, you'll hear me sing, and we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling kings, heave away, haul away, you'll hear me sing, and we're bound for South Australia, bound for South Australia, and we're bound for South Australia, bound for South Australia, bound for South Australia. There we go. Cheers. Glass of water in every hand. A bottle for the shanty man. Well, I couldn't possibly. Well, if you insist. Don't mind if I do. Well, let's move on swiftly from setting sail for South Australia. We're going to head up north to mining country. We're going to sing the Blackleg Miner. And this is the first of our British folk song arrangements this morning. And what I try and do whenever we do a folk song is try and find a different angle, a different take, something so it doesn't sound just like every other versions. Of course, most people will be familiar with the great Steel Eye Spans version of the Blackleg Miner, which is really kind of fierce and terrifying, and which is entirely appropriate. But I decided to take a different tack with this, those who know, and went for a slightly softer approach. And so this is a kind of a smooth jazz version, if you like, of the Blackleg Miner. And let's sing it together. Here we go. And take a nice deep breath. Here we go. It's in the evening after dark when the Blackleg Miner creeps to work. With his moleskin pants and dirty shirt, there goes the Blackleg Miner. Well, he grabs his duds and down he goes to hew the coal that lies below. There's not a woman in this town row will look at the Blackleg Miner. Oh, Delaval is a terrible place. They rub wet clay in the Blackleg's face, and around the heaps they run a foot race to catch the Blackleg Miner. And Imgan near the Seg Hill mine, across the way they stretch a line to catch the throat and break the spine of the dirty Blackleg Miner. They grab his duds and his picks as well. They hoy him down to the pit of hell. Down you go and fare you well, you dirty Blackleg Miner. It's in the evening after dark when the Blackleg Miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and dirty shirt. There goes the Blackleg Miner. There we go. Such a great tune. And I think it works in that version as well. The original, as I say, dark and brooding and quite aggressive. As Alison has said, it's a more sympathetic version, and rightly so. Now, we're going to stay up north, and we're going to stay with the name Alison, but in no way connected with our dear Alison from up north. This is Alison Gross, who's the ugliest witch in the North Country, and I've said so many times when I was younger, I used to very much feel for the young man who is singing this song nowadays, as I'm pushing the old half-century of quite soon. I very much understand Alison's approach and Alison's reaction to his spoilt behaviour. This is a great song, all about the perils of youth and of saying no to ladies who offer you nice things. Here it is, everyone. Alison Gross. Alison Gross, that lives in Yarden Tower, the ugliest witch in the North Country, has trysted me one day up to her bower, and many a fair speech she's made to me. She stroked my head and she combed my hair. She set me down softly on her knee, saying, if you will be my lover so true, so many good things I would give to you. Away, away, you ugly witch, go far away and let me be. I never will be your lover so true, and I wish I were out of your company. Alison Gross, she must be the ugliest witch in the North Country. Alison Gross, she must be the ugliest witch in the North Country. She showed me a mantle of red scarlet with golden flowers and fringes fine, saying, if you will be my lover so true, this goodly gift it shall be thine. She showed me a shirt of the softest silk, well wrought with pearls all about the band, saying, if you will be my lover so true, this goodly gift you shall command. Alison Gross, she must be the ugliest witch in the North Country. Alison Gross, she must be the ugliest witch in the North Country. She showed me a cup of the good red gold, well set with jewels so fair to see, saying, if you will be my lover so true, this goodly gift I will give to thee. Away, away, you ugly witch, go far away and let me be. I never would kiss your ugly mouth for all of the gifts that you could give. Everyone, Alison Gross, she must be the ugliest witch in the North Country. Alison Gross, she must be the ugliest witch in the North Country. She's turned her right and round about, and thrice she blew on a grass-green horn. She swore by the moon and the stars up above that she'd make me rue the day I was born. Then out she has taken a silver wand. She's turned her 3 times round and round. She's muttered such words till my strength it did fail, and she's turned me into an ugly worm. Alison Gross, she must be the ugliest witch in the North Country. Alison Gross, she must be. Well, you see, looking gift horses in the mouth is one possible response to that. Basically, if somebody offers you a nice gift, think twice about being rude in response, because, as Glennis has said, hell hath no fury. Indeed, like a witch scorned. Such a great song. Such a great song. Okay, well, we're going to follow that with another one, which is guaranteed to put a smile on your face, even though the song itself is kind of a downer. Yeah, it's many of these folk songs are. They don't often have happy endings, although Farmer's Boy later on definitely does. But the tune that goes along with this is, I think, iconic for reasons that will become very, very clear. It's 3 verses and chorus. When I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked at the weaver's trade. The only thing I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. And the last verse, the maid has died, and he is left on his own but raising his young son. You think, oh dear, what a sad story, until you hear the tune, which goes, when I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked at the weaver's trade, and the only thing I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the summertime, some of the summer too, And the only thing I did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Yeah? I cut down trees, I skip and jump, I like to press wildflowers. It's more than a little hint of I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay in this tune. And I was looking at it, it can't be, it absolutely is. So if you're a fan of Monty Python, keeping a straight face in this one is going to be more than a challenge. And here I've decided to add a Latin flavour to the accompaniment for this when you hear it. But first of all, let's look at the tune. So it goes, when I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked at the weaver's trade. And the next line, same tune. And the only thing I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. Then the refrain, I wooed her in the winter time, some of the summer too. Let's sing that together. I wooed her in the winter time, some of the summer too. And the only thing I did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. And that really is it. Same tune all the way through. At the very, very end, we sing was to keep it to the foggy, foggy dew 3 times. And as I said, I was just so inspired by the tune. Rather than going, chat, which would have just everyone singing, he cuts down trees, he eats his lunch, and all this. So I got the Latin instruments out for this one, everyone. So here it is, Homechoir premiere, the Foggy, Foggy Dew. When I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked at the weaver's trade. And the only thing I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the winter time, some of the summer too. And the only thing I did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. One night she knelt down by my side when I was fast asleep. She threw her arms around my neck and then began to weep. She wept, she cried, she tore her hair. Ah me, what could I do? So all night long I held her in my arms to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. To keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Again I am a bachelor and I live with my son. We work at the weaver's trade. And every single time that I look into his eyes, he reminds me of the fair young maid. He reminds me of the winter time, part of the summer too. And the many, many times I held her in my arms to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. To keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Last time. To keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. The foggy, foggy dew, chaw, 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 darlings. It's just so hard to sing that song and not think, I cut down trees, I skip and jump. Anyway, I think that one's got to be a fun Friday at some point in the future. I've got to be careful these days with Monty Python. Well, there we are, everyone. Now let's move swiftly on from the fog to the mist. On Misty Moisty Morning, another one made famous by Steel Ice Band. And if you were particularly eagle-eared earlier on, in the middle of the Blackleg Miner, you'll have heard da-da-dum-dum-dum, da-da-dum-dum-dum. It's all very much linked to all of these songs. And on Misty Moisty Morning, again, an absolutely classic tune. But this one has a happy ending, doesn't it? It makes a change to all these folk songs where everyone dies. At this point, everyone gets married and has a really nice time. So If you're in any way down after the Foggy Dew, this will raise you back up again with a Misty Moisty Morning. Here we go. Deep breath. Here we go. One misty moisty morning, when cloudy was the weather, I met with an old man, clothed all in leather. He was clothed all in leather, with a cap beneath his chin, singing how d'ye do, and how d'ye do, and how d'ye do again. I went a little further, and there I met a maid. I'm going a-milking, sir, she said. Then I began to compliment, and she began to sing, saying how d'ye do, and how d'ye do, and how d'ye do again. I, having time and leisure, I spent a vacant hour a-telling of my treasure while sitting in the bower. With many kind embraces I stroked her double chin, singing how d'ye do, and how d'ye do, and how d'ye do again. I said that I would married be, and she would be my bride, and long we should not tarry, and 20 things beside. I'll plough and sow and reap and mow, and you should sit and spin, singing how d'ye do, and how d'ye do, and how d'ye do again. Her parents then consented, all parties were agreed. Her portion 30 shillings, we married were with speed. Then Will the piper, he did play, while others danced and sang, singing how d'ye do, and how d'ye do, and how d'ye do again. Da-da-da-ba-ba-ba, just realised I hadn't got the words of this bit. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then Will the piper, he did play, while others dance and sing, singing how d'ye do, and how d'ye do, and how d'ye do again. Let's do that verse one more time. Her parents then consented, all parties were agreed. Her portion 30 shillings, we married were with speed. Then Will the piper, he did play, while others danced and sang, singing how d'ye do, and how d'ye do, and how d'ye do again. Don't know what happened to the words on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Somewhere along the line, we've lost a slide. Oh well, it's all good. It's a wedding. People let all sorts slide at a wedding. Consider that the joke in the best man speech that didn't quite land, but people all laughed anyway. So there we go. Oh dear, marvellous stuff. Well, let's move swiftly on and let's sing something from the USA. This one is again a cautionary tale about just watch out if you're going out on the town. Try not to have too much of a good time because things might go a little bit wrong. This is about Ramblin' Bob and about what happened over the weekend. So if you want to know where Bob is, well, let me tell you. Here we go. Bit of yodeling in this one as well. Here we go. I had a friend named Ramblin' Bob. He used to steal, gamble and rob. He thought he was the smartest guy around. But I found out last Monday that Bob got locked up Sunday. They got him in the jailhouse way downtown. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. Well, I told him once or twice to stop playing cards and shooting dice. He's in the jailhouse now. Heidi, your lady. Heidi, your lady. Your lady. Your lady. Bob liked to play his poker pinochle with Dan Yoker, but shooting dice, that was his favorite game. Now he got thrown in jail with nobody to go his bail. The judge done said that he refused the fine. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. Well, I told him once or twice to stop playing cards and shooting dice. He's in the jailhouse now. Everyone, Heidi-yodelay, Heidi-yodelay, yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. Well, I went out last Tuesday. I met a girl named Susie. I said I was the swellest guy around. We started spending my money. She started calling me honey. We took in every cabaret in town. We're in the jailhouse now. We're in the jailhouse now. Well, I told that judge right to his face, I don't like to see this place. We're in the jailhouse now. Heidi-yodelay, Heidi-yodelay, yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. Definitely the tight trousers on for the yodeling. I still think we need to do a yodeling special. I keep saying, every time we do that one, I think, must do a yodeling special. But there's not huge numbers of songs in our current repertoire yodeling would fit. Mozart, Ave Verum Corpus with the yodeling line. Maybe we'll ask AI on Wednesday. See if we can finally break Suno. Produce for me a Baroque piece in the style of Handel with a yodeling choir. We'll see. Well, we're going to wrap up today, everyone, with a song we've not done for ages and ages and ages. But this one is a special place in my heart because I had a student some years ago, a couple of years ago now, called Tom, who I'd actually taught from a lad, from a young wee scrap of a boy when he was 11, all the way up to when he turned 18 and went off to university. And just before he went to uni, he did his grade 8 singing, everyone. And this is a big deal for any singer. It's a real badge of honour to do your grade 8 singing. And he sang this song. This is one of the songs he sang as a cappella folk song at the end of his exam, and he got a distinction. I'm still living off that, let alone him. So this one is dedicated to Tom and anyone who's done a singing exam or even considering doing a singing exam, because actually it's a lot of fun. It's a really good experience to prepare you to go off into the world and sing. And so as a result, I arranged this with a real sense of triumph and celebration and quite a lot of electric guitar. So let's rock to Be a Farmer's Boy. Here we go. Plough and sow and reap and mow and be a farmer's boy and be a farmer's boy. Here we go. The sun had set behind the hills across the dreary moor, when poor and lame a boy there came up to a farmer's door. Can you tell me if there it be that I can find employ to plough and sow and reap and mow and be a farmer's boy and be a farmer's boy? To plough and sow and reap and mow and be a farmer's boy and be a farmer's boy. Verse 2. My father is dead and mother is left with children great and small. And what is worth for mother still, I'm the oldest of them all. Though small I'll work and I'll never shirk if you give me employ to plough and sow and reap and mow and be a farmer's boy and be a farmer's boy. To plough and sow and reap and mow and be a farmer's boy and be a farmer's boy. And if you want me employ, one favour I've to ask. Will you shelter me till break of day from this cold winter's blast? At break of day I'll trudge away elsewhere to seek employ, to plough and sow and reap and mow and be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy, to plough and sow, reap and mow and be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy. Let's go a cappella for the next verse. Here we go. Come try the lad, the mistress said, let him no further seek. Oh, duty father, the daughter cried, while tears ran down her cheek. He'd work if he could, so it's hard to want food and wonder for employ. Don't turn him away, but let him stay and be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy. To plough and sow and reap and mow, be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy. Here's the instrumental. Let's rock out. Last verse. And when the lad became a man, the good old farmer died, and left the lad the farm he had, and his daughter for his bride. The lad that was the farm now has, of smiles and things with joy, of a lucky day he came that way, to be a farmer's boy, to be a farmer's boy, to plough and sow and reap and mow, and be a farmer's boy, and be to plough and sow and reap and mow, and be a farmer's boy, and be a farmer's boy. To plough and sow and reap and mow, to plough and sow and reap and mow, and be a farmer's boy. Thank you, Wembley. Oh dear. We've done some over-the-top folk arrangements on this channel, but I mean, I think that's got to be the most over-the-top, overblown and fun thing we've done in a while. So if you enjoyed today, please do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'd love to have you stick around. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit subscribe and come and join us when you can, because we love seeing you. We love singing. We love sharing the joy of music with the world. So on Wednesday, we're going to put AI to the test. We know that it can solve equations. We know that it can write documents. We know it can even code websites, but can it compose in the style of Bach and Handel? About 6 months ago, we tested it, and the answer was definitely not really. Shall we see where things are today? Well, on Wednesday, even in 2025, we're going to challenge Suno and Udio to write choral music in the style of the Baroque masters. Come along on Wednesday. If you can join us live, you can help us test this incredible software and see what it can produce. Then on Fun Friday, we'll be sitting on the dock of the bay with Otis Redding. We've got a Sing Sunday as well this week, a packed programme for Homechoir. So thanks again to everyone who donates. If you want to find out again how to support the channel, homechoir.org/donate, sign up for the newsletter, subscribe, and most importantly, have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Take care. Bye.